So the album's called Anytime, Anywhere, and it's my third solo album, and it's all instrumental. And really, I think this album, to me, is really important because I think you can kind of hear the ups and downs, or maybe get some kind of emotion, but it's very honest emotion. And I think that's why I really love it more than my first two albums, where I was kind of in the learning process of, even though I'm a sideman, I've recorded a lot of albums. Recording your own is a whole different thing. You have to learn to trust yourself. That album could not have been written and recorded 5 years ago, and it certainly can't be written 2 years from now, because it was a snapshot of that part of my life. How did I get Jerry Marotta on the album? I know. He's a lifetime hero. I was listening to him on records when I was a young kid, all through, my teen years. The David Foster albums, all the Peter Gabriel records, and he was on the live tours. And Hall & Oates, of course, Paul McCartney, David Sylvian. I was doing a record out in Woodstock, New York, at his studio, at Dreamland Studios in Woodstock, which is a beautiful, beautiful old church put into a recording studio. He's a super kind guy. I love when heroes turn out to be really nice, down-to-earth people. He hooked me up with Tony Levin, who was actually on the record I was playing at the time too. And Tony's another lifetime idol. I mean, he was in King Crimson, he's in the original prog bands, and of course he was always in Peter Gabriel's band, still is in all the records. Liquid Tension Experiment, John Lennon, and Tony Levin's one of the most recorded bass players there is. Mindi, Abair, sweetheart, great person. She plays really inspired, and she's got, she was in Aerosmith for a year. She was a sax player for Aerosmith and played for Duran Duran for a few years. I called her up and I said, I have this track that's perfect for you, and I would love you to put the Mindi Abair stamp on it. And man, did she. It actually is the last track on the album. If you check it out, it wraps up everything. And Dave Tronzo, who was really psyched to get, we've always wanted to work together. We teach at Berkeley together, and he's on a track called 1 Year, which is a very deep tune to me. It's my favorite song on the album. And he walked into the studio, we sat in a circle, the whole band, and we recorded. And what you hear on the record is exactly what happened in real time. No touch-ups, no punch-ins, no overdubs. It is a dialogue. As far as, my career, I'd like to play a lot of shows live with my band. I've always been mostly a sideman, touring, playing with other artists, for other artists in a lot of different genres. And I really enjoy that, especially when I love the songwriter or I love the band. But I'm always moving forward. I always like waking up every day and having that reason to wake up every day. And anything can happen, anytime, anywhere.